Hands down, our favorite part of this sailing lifestyle is traveling and getting to explore new places. This week, we take our travels to and explore an island once frequented by the infamous Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard Island. What an absolutely stunning morning. Holy. It is just beautiful out here today. So much nicer than the last couple of mornings where we were getting rocked by the wind over by Savannah. This is truly gorgeous out here. See some traffic out on the ICW already. Some early starters. I slept in myself. I slept like a rock last night. I think it's like 7:45 or something like that, which is very unusual for me. I'm just gonna chill and enjoy the morning. Oh yeah!
Dolphins right beside us! I'm distracted.
After about a half an hour, they moved off and we continued leaving. Of course, being this time of year, there's a never-ending parade of boats heading north after their season south of here. More than a few give us funny looks, and a couple have even hollered at us or hit us up on the radio saying, "You're going the wrong way!" We just laugh and embrace that we seem to be always going against the grain. We think that this part of Georgia is very beautiful. With these sandy beaches around the Sapelo Sound, it's starting to look a little bit tropically around here. As we emerge into the Sapelo Sound, out in front of us is Blackbeard's Island. This is the setting of generations of pirate lore and tales of buried treasure. This place has a compelling history for the last 200 or 300 years. The 5,618-acre island was named for Edward Teach, better known as Captain Blackbeard, a pirate who conducted raids on merchant shipping in the area in the early 18th century. This place was called Blackbeard Island as early as 1760, when it was noted on a survey map as such by William de Brom and Henry Young. The legend that Teach and his crew buried their pirate loot somewhere on this island has persisted over the years, but nothing has ever been found. But Teach and his cohorts almost certainly frequented the area. Tidewater, Georgia, and its labyrinths of creeks and inlets and secluded marsh flats were the perfect area for them to conduct their illegal operations. Right now, we're only just at 2.5 feet up. 2.5 feet ago, this would have been not doable.
I totally got that! Dolphins are hunting right there. Hunting? Look! They just did it right in front of us! What is happening? Sorry, babe.
There has to be a plane! They're coming fully out of the water!
Shot that.
There's dolphins in the shot!
They can't fall fully out of the water!
This is the smile of a man who brought his family to the dolphins at Blackbeard Island. There were so many of them. Well, it's definitely not an ideal spot to be anchored. It's been a couple of hours of rocking and rolling and hobby horsing and white caps all around us, and this spot next to Blackbeard's Island that we came to, according to the active captain and also the waterway guide book that we have, says that it's pretty good protection for everything but winds from the north. So we came down here just in time for winds from the north, and yeah, it's not ideal. It's only supposed to be 5-6 hours from the north, and then they're supposed to clock around, and it should become much nicer in here. I did have a pretty eye-opening experience last night. I'm not even sure what time I came up here. I think I woke up on the couch where I fell asleep by accident, and I was headed to bed. I just wanted to look around. And we were like in a valley, like in that scene from Star Wars where they're flying down the trench. It's hard to believe. I will show you footage now, and then I'll try and get footage again at low tide later. Right now we can see clearly across the grass all the way around us, and at low tide in the middle of the night last night, it was like looking up at the grass that's right here on either side, and I couldn't see a whole heck of a lot beyond that. So that was a bit of a strange deal. What a difference a couple of hours makes, eh? Look at this. This is the same place that we were just showing you with those huge waves and stuff, and now it is like 5 to 10 knots of wind and just absolutely beautiful, mostly sunny, and we're gonna make a trip to the beach soon. Blackbeard's Island, right there.
Warm.
It is?
Yes. Oh, it's like hot right here.
Okay, go ahead, get up.
Maybe a couple fish peed right there.
Fish pee, huh?
Oh my gosh, it is warm.
I'm not exaggerating.
Micro Bruce! Now let's see if I can remember how to do this. Look at that! And now my butterfly.
I'm digging it in.
Sealed up.
Yeah.
We're in a boat.
That flip-flop scared me.
Hey,
There, okay.
take a hold.
I wasn't going to take a hold.
Why?
That's what you said.
This is a shovel. Look at what.
Oh, okay, let me do
So
that.
that gives you an idea how an anchor works, right? So when it sits on the bottom, it's going to probably sit like that. And then as we drag it, it's going to do this. See how that digs deeper and deeper and deeper, except that it's a Bruce, so it's really not that good.
It's really not.
First time putting her on the hook.
I'm pretty sure the water will be about here at this height in 5 hours.
Oh geez.
Yeah, so we probably we don't want to go out of sight of the dinghy.
No.
When it looks like there's water all around it,
We'll come back.
we need to for sure come back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna make it. So we went for a 6.5 minute walk and we came back. And the water levels are rising fairly quick. We've almost lost the dinghy, so we're gonna try a little harder here on version 2.
Let's try this again.
Yeah, we're gonna try going for a walk again.
Yeah.
We got the dinghy back there somewhere slightly farther up the beach. So we'll see if we can make it more than 5 minutes this time.
Did you dig the anchor or
Nah,
on top?
just sitting there.
What? Ah!
In 1914, an executive order signed by the then U.S. President Woodrow Wilson made Blackbeard's Island into a wildlife preserve. In 1924, it was officially recognized as a national wildlife refuge. Well, I guess we starved for dinner tonight, Mom. We're not having the old.
Oh, wow.
We're not having the old gull soup. I'm not sure why I find these tidal outflow rivulets so interesting, but I do. So we just noticed this sign right here. I don't know if you can read that or not, but that sign right there says Crematorium Road. And we're wondering if that's not why this looks like death. Hey, Mom?
Maybe.
What does crematorium mean?
A crematorium is a place where they burn dead bodies. Some people like to get buried in a box, and some people like to get burnt to ashes, and a crematorium is where they burn people to ashes. In 1880, the U.S. Marine Hospital Service opened the South Atlantic Quarantine Station on the north end of Blackbeard Island, very close to where we are standing. The quarantine station was built in response to the yellow fever epidemic of 1876, where it claimed at least 1,000 lives in Savannah alone. Yellow fever, typically spread by mosquitoes, was usually introduced to the American mainland by ships traveling from tropical Caribbean waters. Vessels bound for the U.S. Southern Atlantic ports were required to report to Blackbeard's Island for inspection and, if necessary, disinfection. In 1904, a brick crematorium was built. It is the only structure to survive the quarantine era on Blackbeard Island. Marine hospital records note that this facility was never used for its intended purpose, the cremation of yellow fever victims. The Blackbeard Quarantine Station was closed down permanently in 1909 after the vaccine invented by Walter Reed practically eliminated the illness.
Okay. Oh. Feels like you're walking on cornstarch. Like, that's the only way I can describe what that powder feels like. And it's not crunchy at all, like you would think it would be with all those little shells, but it's really nice. Really nice.
With the tide coming in, it's probably time for us to go make sure we still have a dinghy. Look it! We still got a dinghy! Woo! But not for long by the looks of things. Alright, well that
Blackbeard's Island.
was Blackbeard's Island Beach, baby!
That was cool.
That was a pretty cool little adventure, but we have 1.1% battery life yet left. Bye!
Bye.
We'll see you back at the mothership. Heave ho, all together. Never shall we die. Yo ho. We've run out of underpants. Mine are already inside out and backwards.
That's why you stink.
Whoa, excuse me. No.
I'm kidding.
We've run out of clean underpants aboard, and we're still a couple of days away from the next laundry stop.
Yeah.
We're not really too sure how it happened. Doesn't feel like it's been that long, but I don't know. Either way, we screwed something up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try our hand at hand washing some underwear.
Yeah. I did this in Africa.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I've ever told you that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. At my volunteer house where I lived at for a month, I had to hand wash my own underwear. So
Well, I guess she's an expert,
this
so
is new to me.
I'm gonna go downstairs and have a whiskey, and she's gonna wash the underwear.
I mean, I had unlimited water, but in this I do not have unlimited water.
Pretty close.
I guess, yes.
We still got half a water supply left at least, and we still got 2 days we need to make it last, so it should be fine.
Yep.
Anyway, we're gonna wash some underpants.
Yeah, in a bucket.
In a bucket. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're using Dr. Bronner's, so if I said it wrong earlier, because it's environmentally friendly, because obviously we're dumping the water overboard. So we want to be ocean safe.
Now, it's quite literally rinse and repeat. And then hang them out to dry. And that is how we do laundry the time-consuming, high-effort, hard-on-water supply way on board. Thank you for joining us this week. We sincerely hope that you enjoyed this week's episode as much as we do. Unfortunately, we never did find any of Blackbeard's treasure, so we'll just have to keep searching for that pirate booty.